So to start out this review, I will say that I was a huge fan of the first season of Umbrella Academy. Although it's not my #1 favorite Netflix show, I mean anyone who's watched my videos since 2017 should know what my favorite Netflix show is. But it is definitely my second favorite and is a great show. If you have not seen the first season, please check it out. But you probably should have if you're already watching this review, and this is my review of Season 2, which we will get into right now. Also, this review will contain spoilers for Season 1, but not Season 2. So if you have seen Season 1, but you have not seen Season 2, you will be safe for this review. So first, let's start off with Klaus. Klaus was still my favorite this season, he was my favorite last season, and he's still my favorite this season. I think he's really funny, which is why he's a great character, but he also has a lot of emotional moments, which were in the first season and are also in this season. And I really like the character of Klaus. Now let's go to the character of Allison. She was good this season. I will say that the story that she is given is a little bit too close to what's going on in reality right now in the world, and I think it was kind of wrong timing for the story they did. It was a good story, but I'm not going to spoil what happens, so watch the season for yourself, and you will know what I'm talking about. But it was still a really good plot device. I just think with everything going on right now, it was kind of like put out at the wrong time. Also, I really liked Luther this season. He wasn't my favorite last season, he's also not my favorite this season, but I still really like the character. I really liked Ben this season too. I thought he got a lot more to do, but because he's dead and Klaus can only communicate with him, you really don't see a lot of him, but he still had a lot more to do this season than he did last season. However, something happens with him that I'm not going to spoil, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way with continuity, but I'm not going to get into that right now, and I'll wait for a spoiler video maybe coming out later this week. I also really like the character of Diego a lot more this season. I think they gave him a lot more to do plot-wise with the actual plot this season, and I really like that. I like that they give him kind of an upgrade this season. I kind of feel the same way about Vanya this season that I did last year too. She's not horrible, but it kind of feels like she's a plot device, and that was with the last season too. They kind of just made her a plot device, and that's a lot of this season too. I'm not going to spoil what exactly it is, but that's kind of what it feels like, and they also tack on something with her character this season that I think could have been done a lot better, but it felt really tacked on. I also feel the same way about 5 this season. I don't hate him, and I actually think the kid that plays him does a really good job, but he's kind of just there to move the plot forward, and he's becoming a little bit annoying at sometimes, but I think the kid who plays him does a really good job, and that kind of helps his character. So I'm not going to give away a lot of the plot, I'm just going to tell you what's from the trailers. So what happens is they all get sent back to the 1960s, but what happens is they accidentally send the apocalypse back with them, so then they have to stop it again. And I already hear a lot of fans complaining online because they're saying that it's way too similar to Season 1, but I will counter-argue against that because I think this season does something that Season 1 didn't do that is actually pretty unique. So I don't know if any of you guys are going to consider this to be a spoiler. I technically don't think it is, but some of you guys might, but I do think this needs to be addressed before you go into Season 2. So, in this season, unlike the first season, you see more of the characters individually with their own stories than in the first season where they were a lot more together. Now, a lot of people are complaining about this online, but I actually think that really helps this season. Since the first season you saw a lot of them together, I think seeing a lot of them separately this season, I think really makes it more unique, and actually makes it stand out a lot more. And I do think a lot of the character moments of this are really good. So in conclusion, I actually really like this season. I thought it was actually just as good as Season 1, but for completely different reasons. I think a lot of fans online are kind of bashing this way too hard. And in conclusion, my rating for Season 2 is... So what did you guys think of Umbrella Academy Season 2? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to post a spoiler review sometime this week. Alright, see you guys later, bye.